Hi, my dear entrepreneurs. Today I'll be talking with you about a really key topic to grow your business. That is, you shouldn't be scared to raise your prices. I'll be giving you 5 big and good reasons why you shouldn't be scared and you shouldn't delay the raise of your prices, especially if you think and if you feel, looking at the all economics of your business, that you are charging little to your clients. Okay, so I'm Tamiris and I'm here talking especially with entrepreneurs that are making from 30 to 40k up to 200 or even 300k dollars a year, and especially if you are the owner of a digital marketing or growth hacking or SEO etc agency, or if you are the owner of a consulting business. So why am I making this video? I've been working several years, almost a decade, helping business to grow to multiple 7 and even 8 figures, and the challenges I see on those businesses are really similar. The pain they have to grow are similar pain points that is trying to have a consistency on getting multiple 6 figures have, and I'm trying here to show what I've learned in dozens of businesses, what are the points, the key points that make them grow faster. And one of these key points is obviously pricing. So what is the challenge of pricing, especially if you are an agency or a consulting business owner? The challenge is that you start your business without having too much science, quote unquote, behind the price that you charge. So usually what happens is that you do a market research, you Google some businesses that are doing similar services than what you are trying to provide for your clients, and then either you take the average of businesses that you think that are a similar size that you would want to be or that you are currently in. So you take these businesses and then you say, okay, the average of what they charge is, let's say, 1,000k a month. So I will charge the same or a little bit less or a little bit more, something like 10 to 20% less or more. So you start your pricing trying to do this method, or you inspire yourself, you take as a reference a business that is really big where you live, let's say in the country or maybe in the state that you live, and then you see how much they charge for their clients. So let's suppose it's a really big businesses and they charge like 10k a month, and you say, okay, they have branding, they have a lot of cases, they have a lot of big clients and etc. So I will charge, let's say 10, 20, 30% of the value that they charge their clients. So the pricing that I will be charging my clients is, let's say, $1,000 or $2,000. Usually that's how you start doing your pricing, and that's okay for the very beginning of your agency or the very beginning of your consulting business, because you are starting and you need to start from some points. So it's all right to start like that, but the problem is that usually you want to grow your business and you start to feel the pain behind doing this kind of pricing strategy really early on when you're trying to scale. So when you are doing like 5 to 8, even 10k a month, you already start to feel the pain of charging a little, really reduced amount of price for the type of service you are providing. So how can you see that your pricing is off? So either you start to see that you are struggling to provide the type of service you want to provide. So usually when you have a low price, you see yourself on the situation of having to compensate that on volume. So you start, let's say, to provide your services to like 10 clients, 8 clients, to be able to do 5, 6, 8k a month, and then you are already struggling to be able to do that by yourself. So you start to hire freelancers or even a person or two to help you. But then you start to see that doing that is not too profitable. What you are being able to do as a business owner that is paying a freelancer or either hire someone to help you is sometimes 20 to 30%. So let's suppose you are doing 5K of revenue per month and you are paying someone like 2K to help you, and then you are paying something like $500 on tools to help you with your agency or your consulting business. So you are already getting just 50% of what you are charging. And then what you need to do if you want to get a higher profitable business, you start to get more and more and more and more clients, and you get scared of charging more, and then you have to hire more people, and that's not scalable. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's not scalable to charge low prices for the service you are providing, because in the end you have to hire more people to help you provide this service, okay? Or if you don't want to hire people to provide this service with you, you start to get overwhelmed with the amount of work you need to put on your company, and then you start to work 10, 12, 14, 16 hours per day to be able to provide the service that you want to provide for your client, and you start even to lose the quality of the service you are providing because you are not able to scale. You are not able to get 5, 6, 10 clients charging low prices without having the help of someone or without losing the quality. I've already seen this happen with a lot of clients of mine with the consulting business that I have, and also working as a provider of service on a company, working as an employee of companies. I've already seen companies struggle a lot to keep the quality of the service that they are providing at the same time that they are scared of raising prices. So that's not the situation you want to be in if you want to have a big and profitable business, if you want to scale, if you want to get to multiple 6, 7, and even 8 figures. You need to crack this puzzle that is pricing. So now you know the challenge behind not raising your prices or providing a service for a low ticket, okay? And now that you know a bit more about how it is not scalable to do that, and that you are losing either quality or you are losing profitability of your business, I will show you 5 big and good reasons why you shouldn't be scared of raising your prices, and that it's not the end of the world as it seems right now to raise your prices and start to sell more expensive services, to sell at a higher ticket, and even to make changes on the pricing of the current clients that you are working with. So the first, and I think that it's the most important one, is to have higher margins. So when you are starting your business, you are not worried if it is scalable to do what you are doing. You are not worried to know what is the total margin that you are getting from the services that you are providing, because usually you are the only one that is running the business, so you are the one showman, let's say like that. So you are not worried to know how profitable is your business, because in the end what you get, the revenue you get from your business, is basically what you get home as a compensation for your work. So you work in a similar way as you would work if you were an employee. So you are not worried if you get a 10%, 50%, 80% margin, because in the end you see that all the revenue you are getting from your business is quote unquote profit that is going to your pocket. But then when you start to worry about scaling your business and you start to hire even freelancers, I'm not even saying when you start to hire an employee, but even when you start hiring freelancers and you start to use more expensive tools to help you to be more productive, you start to see that the revenue you are getting from providing the services that you are providing for your clients is not going all to your pocket, all to your bank account. So you start to see that your margin is not the same or even close to the revenue that you get okay? But there is a problem with that. Usually when you start to try to grow with a low ticket price, you start to see that the margins start to get thinner and thinner. So let's say that in the beginning it's just you and you are with simple tools, not too expensive tools, and you are able to get home, let's say 70 or even 80% of all the revenue that you make. And then you hire a freelancer to help you, and let's say that you start to get home 50, even 40% of what you're making. And then you want, let's say, to invest on better tools, or you want to invest on softwares to help you to be more productive, or you start to have some trouble with clients churning, so clients not wanting to keep with your service, or even you start to want to hire more than just one freelancer, you want to have an employee, or you want to have multiple freelancers, then you start to see that you need to sell more, you need to have more clients, you don't want to charge a higher price because you're scared of doing so. Doing that, you see that in the end you are providing your services for, let's say, 10 clients, you are working several hours a day, you don't have time for yourself, for a family, for your friends, or even to do something strategic about your business, because to be able to grow a business you need to be more strategic. You can't be just on the operations, you can't be just executing, you need to think on the plan and strategies to grow your business, and then you start to see that you don't have time to do that, and in the end you are getting home something like 20% margins or 25% margins. If you are doing well, 30% margins, and then that's really risky for you. And why is it so? Because first of all, you need to be ready to have clients churning, and if you are operating on thinner margins, a client churning can be something really catastrophic to your business. So if you have 5 clients and then 2 clients churn, you already lost almost half of what your business is getting of revenue per month. And if you are providing services with a margin of 20 to 30%, then you are already on the negative. It's not profitable anymore, and that's something that happens quite often, okay? So when you have a smaller business, when you have a smaller quantity of clients, and you need also to rely on help of freelancers, or even if you are doing by yourself but you are with some tools to help you with that, then you start to see that it's really catastrophic. It can even get you to below zero, okay? It can get you to negative margins if you don't operate with a comfortable margin. And what would be a comfortable margin? It would be at least 50%, okay, of what you are getting in revenue. So if you're getting 5K in revenue, you need to have a profitable of at least $2,500, okay? So that's the first big reason of why you shouldn't be scared to raise your prices, is to have higher margins. Because if you have the same 5 clients, but instead of charging $1,000, you are charging $2,000, then it's 10K in the end of the month. If you have to spend, let's say, $2,500, then in the end you are with a margin of 75% anyway. So you are with a really comfortable margin. So then even if 2 clients end up churning, and instead of getting 10K a month, you get 6K a month, you still have 50% margins, okay? So it's really safer to operate like that for you and for the employees and even freelancers you are hiring. It's easier and safer for everyone to operate with higher margins. So the second big reason is that you get more credibility for charging more. It's no big secret that charging more gives you more credibility, because usually we as human beings, we associate higher prices to higher quality. That's a really proved and common bias. So if you are on the supermarket, usually you are not buying the cheapest option if you have the money to not do so. Usually if you are paying the cheaper option, is because you don't have the money to pay for the option that you really want. And usually the option that you really want is the more expensive one. So sometimes you know people that buy something that don't have the highest quality ever, but they have branding and they have a high price and people feel more exclusive and they feel better wearing, let's say, a t-shirt that is from Gucci, even though the quality of the t-shirt from Gucci, you can have a similar one that is half of the price. You know a lot of people that pay the higher price to have the brand Gucci on their t-shirt. And it's not only because of the branding, it's because they associate the t-shirt that is costing more with a better material, with a better tissue. So that's also the case with services. If you are providing services that are really cheap, people will think that the quality of your service isn't the highest on the market. And sometimes you are providing a better service. Oftentimes you are providing a better service than somebody that is charging 2 times more than you. It's a complaint that I hear a lot from my clients, that they have a better product, they have a better service, they have nicer people, they have better employees, they have a brand that is associated more with a client that they want to work with, but they are not being able to quote unquote charge more because they don't have the branding. Oftentimes that's a lie. Oftentimes that's something that you tell yourself because you're scared to ask for more. If people are providing a service that isn't as good as your service, then it's your obligation to give credibility to your expertise and to your company and to your employees if you have them. It's your duty to ask for more. It's your duty to build the credibility, because if you continue to ask for a low ticket price for your services, you are devaluing yourself, you are devaluing the services that you provide, and you are putting a message that your services are not worth it, or they are not so worth it as your competitors, even if you are providing a better service. So if you are providing a better service, it's your duty as the business owner to also ask for a higher price. Like that, you will build credibility on the market. So the third reason why you should ask a higher price, you shouldn't be scared of raising your prices, is you have more resources if you ask for a higher price. So let's get back to the discussion of, if you are charging a low ticket for a service that you are providing, you don't have the money to hire people to help you. You don't have the money to be able to sign a better tool, a better software to help you to get better results. We know for a fact that better people, better employees usually charge more for their services. Even better freelancers charge more for their services. And we know for a fact that the tools, the softwares that are the cheapest oftentimes are not the better ones. Usually the softwares that are cheaper, if you are talking about, let's say, a digital marketing agency, usually the cheaper software is the software that has the worst database. So they don't have enough data to provide you with insights, or they provide you wrong insights or just partial insights because you are not paying for a more complex, for a better quality database, let's say like that. This happens oftentimes when we are dealing with SEO, for example, that I've been working since I was 16 with SEO. We know for a fact that for SEO, the cheaper options, they don't have a big database that is able to provide us with really trustworthy data about, let's say, the volume of searches of a specific keyword. We know that for a fact, and people who work with SEO know what I'm talking about. You can even leave here in the comment if I'm being unfair with the cheapest or even the free tools of keyword research. But from my experience, the tools that I've used for SEO work, the keyword research tools and even the all-in-ones softwares for SEO, the best of them usually are on the higher end of pricing. So if you are charging really low prices for your services, you are not able to have these tools or to have the plans that provide you more solutions for these tools. You won't be able to hire the best freelancers, the best employees. You won't be able to have time for yourself. You need to think that your time is also money, because with your time you can do better strategies to grow your business, and you need to have time to grow your business. You can't be working all the time for your clients to have the resources to scale your business. So you need to think that with higher prices, raising your prices, you will be able to have more resources to grow and to provide a better service, a more high quality service, and as a consequence have even higher prices later on the road. Okay, so the fourth reason why you should raise your prices is because you attract better clients, a better profile of clients when you charge more. So I know this one is a bit counterintuitive, because we usually think that if we charge a low price for our services, we think that our client won't be as rigid with us. They won't have really high expectations from our services, but that's a complete lie. It's a complete BS. We think because we are on a bias, I don't know, or because we are scared to raise our prices. So we think that if we provide a lower ticket, that we are not building expectations from our clients, and that we are getting clients that will be more chill and will have a more friendly approach with us. But that's not true. Usually the clients that I had the most headache with were clients that asked for cheaper, clients that I provided some kind of discount or special offer because they quote unquote didn't have the money at the time to hire a high ticket service from mine, or were clients that agreed with the price but with a lot of concessions, and saying that they didn't have a high margin themselves, a high revenue themselves, so my services would consume a lot of their resources, aka they were saying that they didn't have a lot of money going on for them, and that they were making a bet on my service with a lot of money, and that they had the expectation that I would help them to grow fast. These were the worst type of clients that I ever had to provide service for. Okay, they were the worst because they were trying often to get even lower prices, so they were really trying to cherry pick things that they didn't like about the services that are provided, or about my employees, or about the results. They were cherry picking, okay, things that they didn't like, to be able to have an argument with me to tell that I should lower my prices because I wasn't able to provide a solution, or I wasn't able to provide fast results, or the results weren't exactly the results that they were expecting, etc. So this type of client is constantly trying to lower the prices that were already low to begin with, or they had a huge expectation that I was going to be able to turn all their company around in 3 months, to be able to get like 10x their company in 3 to 6 months, because they were putting a lot of resources on my consulting or on my agency or with me as an employee of theirs. So what happened is that when I started to provide a higher ticket service for really qualified clients, they weren't even questioning why the pricing was like that. Obviously, clients will always try to get a discount or a special bonus or a special treatment. That's human. Clients will always try to do that, but they weren't trying to constantly make the price lower. So the clients that have the better profile, the clients that have the most money, they won't question if you raise your prices or if you want to charge a higher price to begin with. The best clients are the clients that have money. I know this is not too intuitive to think about, but if you start to think about it with a logic mindset, yeah, you want to work with people that have a lot of money, because then you won't be asking for too much if you ask, let's say, for a 5K per month, because if they are making 5 million per month, that's a really low investment for them. But if you charge 5K for somebody that is doing 10K a month, then yes, that's a really high price for them. Even if you charge 2K for somebody that is making 10K, is more than if you charge 5K for somebody that is doing 5 million. So you need to start to think in a logical way, and that's really logic, and that's really good for your business, that you work with clients that can pay a higher ticket. So the last reason of why you should raise your prices and you shouldn't be scared to work with a higher ticket service is to make a better work yourself. So that's really also counterintuitive, because usually you think that the quality of the work you are providing is always a high quality, is always good, even when you are not charging as much. But we are humans and we tend to have biases. And one of the biases is that if we are charging a low price, we are also thinking that we shouldn't provide a hell lot of value for the person in the other end. Even if you are grateful for your client, it's great to be grateful for your clients. I was grateful of my clients when I charged little, as much as I am grateful for the clients that I charged more, because they were really important for the phases that I had on my consulting business. But it's a lie to say that I was motivated to work with the same intensity and the same quality, and I was even more strict with the work that I did for clients regardless of the price they were paying me. So of course that if I had a client that was paying me 1K and I had a client that was paying me 5, 8, 10K, the level of strictness that I had with these clients was different. And you can think that you won't be getting in this bias, and even your employees can have this bias, because in the end, if you are charging little for your clients, your employees will also get a lower salary or a lower compensation. If you are talking about a freelancer, a lower value for the service that they are providing, and you have a harder time to increase what they are making, the compensation that you are giving for your freelancers and employees, because you will need to have a really big volume of clients to be able to raise their compensation. So even your employees won't have the incentive to want to do a higher quality work or to want to grow with you on your business, because they won't be able to have higher compensations. They will easily find somebody that is able to pay them more and even to work less, because this person can have more revenue, they can have higher ticket clients, and then they will provide better opportunities for the people that are working with you. And then you will struggle with people not wanting to work with you or not working with you for long, or you have the feeling that the person that is working with you, they are not growing as fast as you expected them to be growing, because you are not doing the incentives. And if they learn that the clients are paying you a low ticket, they will feel that you are not valuing their work. So in the end, you are not valuing your work, and you are not working as hard and with a strictness that you should be working if you were working with a higher ticket client. And your employees won't have the incentives to put the extra mile as well to provide a really top-notch quality of service here. So in the end, even if you feel that you will treat them equally, you won't. This is a bias that we all humans share, that if we are working with somebody that is paying us more and that we have a lower volume of work, that we are being more valued as a person, and we want to be able to give a better result to this person. We will be more considerate of this person as a reciprocity to give them a better service. Even if we need to go an extra mile for them, we will go, because we feel that they value our work. So these are the 5 reasons why you shouldn't be scared to raise your prices. I hope that you were able to get some insights of what I'm talking about. And if you want to have more insights of how to grow your business, how to scale your business, especially if you are the owner of a digital marketing agency or if you are the owner of a consulting business, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and to like this video so I will be able to provide you more content about my experience growing businesses all around the world. I thank you to be staying to the end of this video, and I see you on the next one. Bye.